With immigration enforcement ramping up across the country, we are tackling the topic with our new series, Immigration Decoded. Breaking down the complex laws governing our borders, we start tonight with an overview of how our country's system works. 13 WREX's Manny Estopinan sat down with local immigration lawyer Sara Dady to give us the facts. It turns out, for most people, a path to our country simply does not exist.
Now, in order to talk about our immigration system, let's first break down the spectrum of statuses that we could see.
We have U.S. citizen, which is the top status, right? And then right under them, we have lawful permanent residents. Under them, we have various visa statuses that could be for work. And under them, we have tourist visas, which are just for a limited amount of time. And you can't work with those. And then under them, we have these other kind of statuses like temporary protected status, DACA, which is protection from deportation. We have military deferred action for undocumented spouses and parents of people serving in our military.
So what if someone wants to come work and live in our country? Well, it turns out that person can't initiate the process themselves.
If you are living in another country and you say, hey, I would like to go work in the United States for maybe 3 to 5 years, there is no application for you to make to do that. It doesn't exist. You go to the U.S. Embassy website and say, hey, I want a work visa. You'll quickly find out that you have to first be hired by a U.S. employer, and the U.S. employer has to initiate that process, and those visa numbers are limited.
Even to attain legal permanent residency, someone else has to sponsor you, and not just anyone.
In order to apply for a green card, you either have to be sponsored by an employer, so an employer has to initiate that process, or you have to have a qualifying relative, which is a U.S. citizen, spouse, parent, U.S. citizen child age 21, a U.S. citizen sibling, or a lawful permanent resident, green card holding spouse or parent.
Some argue that undocumented immigrants should come into the country the right way, but the reality is their options are very limited when it comes to legal entry into our country.
Hey, thank you, Manny. We're just getting started. On Wednesday, Manny returns on 13 News at 10 with the next part of Immigration Decoded. We often hear the phrase illegal immigration, but when it comes to the courts, is crossing the border treated as a crime or a civil violation? Be sure to stay tuned.